I guess if you were looking for a good fight, that you got one tonight. I mean, is that what you were expecting when you first started chasing after this one?
Yeah, I felt like Peterson was a guy who gets hit and is willing to hit. So I figured that was the reason why I called him out in the first place, and I actually did it in a nice way, and that's why I think there was respect at the end of the fight. There was nothing, I wasn't really trying to be, aggressive or mean to him at all, or just make it personal at all. It was just I wanted to fight, and I had lost a fight. I fought Choi and lost him doing it, so I was looking for somebody to fight, and he was a good contender, and so I asked him, and then then I started chirping at him, and I think that's kind of got in his head a little bit, and he seems like a really tough, aggressive guy, so I figured he would bite on it, and sure enough, it did, and I think we had fight of the night so far, so hopefully the next few fights aren't as good.
The weight miss, obviously. I mean, so there's kind of a little personal battle, right? I know you didn't mean for it to be, and then he misses weight too. I'm just curious what that did for you. Did it anger you, or what was it?
No, it's funny because, he hadn't answered any of my messages or any of my call-outs, and he had, and finally got the fight, and he finally accepted the fight. So I was like, you know what? Like, that's cool. At least he's gonna fight me. And then he posted something about making eating a foodie fit or eating a catered meal. And I was all like, just don't miss weight, bro. Like 6 weeks out. And he's like, you sure like to talk shit, don't you? And I was like, well, you missed weight last time. And then he gave me a thumbs up. And then I told my wife about that. And I was like, I wonder if he shows up and makes weight. And she's like, there's no way he doesn't. Like, he can't just show up and miss weight after that shit. And I'm like, yeah. And then he shows up and he's the only guy to miss weight, but I don't know what the bonus situation is, but that's just it's just something that's good for me if they give me the bonus of his bonus.
I struggle to think you don't get some kind of extra check of some kind tonight. It was a great fight. Talk about the way the fight was going, right? Strong opening round. He kind of rebounded a little bit. Yes. I know you like to fight with your hands down, but he was clipping you a little bit. I mean, just what was going through your head as this was playing out?
Well, yeah, the first round, went as planned. I felt like I was being a bit classier than he was, and I think I was quicker off the jump than he was. I think. He's just so tough, man. He's durable. He's only been finished one time ever. And I figured he'd be, after the first round, I figured it was just inevitable that he was going to get finished. And he just gets stronger and stronger and stronger as the fight was going. And so in the third round, I shot in on him one time, and he didn't seem to really be worried about it. So I was like, well, next time I do, I'm just going to just really try to bulldoze him over, which I did, and was able to get him down a couple more times. So I was just hoping that was the difference in the fight.
Yeah. Obviously, you go out for the judges' read. They read his name first. It's a split decision. They're reading his name first. What's going through your head at that point?
Yeah, back in the day, it used to be when a split decision would happen, they would read the winner's name first, and then people caught on to that, so they stopped doing that. But it's still it's still a little bit shitty to hear that person's name first in a split decision, because you're like, well, he's already got one. If he wins one of the next two, he's got it. So I'm just hoping and praying. But I felt like I did enough. I looked at my coaches, and obviously being in the fight is different than watching the fight. But looking at my coaches, it seemed like they were confident, and then even talking to his coach and even himself, it just felt like they knew I won the fight. So I was just hoping that was the way it was.
Nice. As you move forward in your career, I mean, like I said, you're on this hot streak, right? I mean, it seems like part of you is just like, I just want to be this exciting fight guy. I mean, you've been in the UFC, out of the UFC, but do you start all of a sudden at some point go like, man, let's make a little run at this thing. We're starting to put it together. Or is it more just, hey, man, let's just put on fun fights?
Yeah, I've always just been one of the entertaining type of guys. I enjoy that, and I enjoy people enjoying that, I want to come out here and have people be like, oh, my God, you see that fight, Juicy J? It was crazy. Like, I don't want people to talk about the main event. I want them to talk about my fight. But then again, you got to be smart. Peterson had me hurt in the second round a little bit, and, that's the difference between getting another paycheck. So for me, financially, it's not smart to be doing that. But at the same time, now that I'm here after the fight, I'm so glad it happened that way.
Last thing for me, I guess, what's the plan moving forward? I mean, like you said, it seems like you're looking for these exciting fights. Are their names already on your radar, or what's the move next?
Yeah, February 5th in my mind it's always whatever fight I have that's the last day of my life. That's all I'm focused on. It's 100% what I'm doing. So I don't really have any ideas of anybody else specifically, but Alex Caceres was always a guy that I felt like would be a fun fight. But he's already booked up, so I'm not sure about that. I mean, I'm just going to go enjoy this and then just, maybe look for somebody that would, be similar to Steven. And that was the whole reason why I called him out in the first place. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you guys so much.